Lies and corporate greed is ruining Marvel Strike Force. Does FoxNext even care? I don't know. I mean, if you look at the profits over the past year, probably not. But it does make me wonder, what is the point of building up this roster, spending money in some cases to build up this roster if you keep shifting the goalposts? I want to talk about that in this video, so let's go smash it, guys.
ValleyFlyin.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Manics? ValleyFlyin here. I am back and I'm not happy. Stuff's going on in the game I'm not liking. It's happened before. I got to talk to you, FoxNext. Where is your honor? Where is your integrity? Where is that trust and reliability that you wanted to build, that it seemed at one point you wanted to build? Now, I know this is a business, and I know you guys are trying to make money, but where's that respect for your customers of doing what you say you're gonna do? I mean, I know you guys are making money. Look, I saw this yesterday. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. Marvel Strike Force generates $150 million in its first year. That's good. It's good because in general, I like this game. And that's the reason I'm making this video, is because I like this game. I'm passionate about this game. I want to continue to play this game, but some of the decisions that you guys have been making is making it very challenging. There's a couple different ways to do business, you know? You could do it in a way that respects your customers, treats them well, provides good value for them in exchange for their money, and at that exchange, the consumer is happy and wants to give you more money because of it. And then there's a turn and burn type strategy where you try to milk your customer dry for every cent they're worth, and they're saying, screw you, I'm moving on to the next sheep that I could find to try to bleed them dry. Now, I'm not saying that's how you guys are doing business, but I think the general feeling amongst the community is kind of that strategy, especially with some of the decisions that have been going on. Now, the reason I'm so angry, and I wasn't angry yesterday. I made a positive video. I didn't. Full disclosure, I did see the screenshots that I'm about to show you of these just changing the goalposts that we have with these raids, this beta raid. I did see this yesterday, and I thought no big deal, but a couple different things changed my mind. The first was when I actually played this. I didn't think the levels were so high. Let me actually show this right now on screen. How the raids change from one day to the next. Boom, right here. They got a little more difficult. I saw this, I was like, oh, there's a little bit of rise in power. It might look like a little rise in power on paper, but it is huge. It's not fun to play. I kind of equate it to trying to play a chessboard. You know, you're trying to play chess and use strategy, but your opponent has all queens, and you got just the normal chess pieces. You know, it went from 5 stars on this top row of characters, and it went all to 6 stars. So red stars, rebalancing of current content. Going back on your word, something that you said previously. I'm going to get into that. Now, the other thing was some of the data mines that I saw, so we're going to get into that as well. But this is not good, and it really makes me wonder why I keep playing this game if the goalposts keep shifting. You know, I spend my time to build my roster, to get that pride and satisfaction. You know, EA gets a lot of flack for that comment they made, but there is some truth to that. You know, you build up a roster and you go back and do content that was previously very difficult. And you go back and do that, and there's some sense of pride and accomplishment in doing this. Now, back when this raid came out in December, my alliance got to 60% pretty right away. It was between 70 and 90% that we were clearing this raid. We didn't have 100% this thing. But back then, that is what we're doing. We go in first day of this new content, and we're clearing this at 70%. So the feeling that I'm getting in my mind is this should be easier. We're talking about this should be easier. We're talking about getting this to 100% because we're close. And when we really pushed it. After a few months of farming, building our rosters, spending money in some cases in this game, we go in and it's harder. So basically all that investment that I put into this game for the enjoyment to clear this content that was hard, now I come back and I'm doing worse at it. And then the second time we did this raid, the first time we did it at 70%, so it went down a little, and you know it wasn't good, but it was the same milestone. But then I see these screenshots, and then I wake up this morning. We're at 50%, so we're not even getting to tier 2, and we're not some random alliance. Let me go back and show you where my alliance is. Let me go to the game. All right, so when you go into the game, you go here, raid season, view. Find me. We're at 19. We're in the top 20 right now. And we're clearing this stupid raid that we used to clear at 70% and higher. That we cleared at 70% a couple days ago. We're clearing this at 50%. We're not even in tier 2. This is so bad. And this is so demoralizing for someone that has played this game. And you guys have done this in the past. You guys did this with the Thanos raids. You guys did this with the Deadpool raids. When they first came back, there was a lot of anger. People quit because of this. Many people quit. Content creators quit because of this. And then you guys turned it around, and the game started getting fun again. Look at this. This is the Polygon article. October 9th, 2018. From executive producer Amir Ajami. Let me read this because this is so hypocritical right now. A lot of that community sentiment was deserved on our part. We're making changes that was a little tone deaf and blind to the perspectives of players. Yeah, you're doing the same freaking thing now. After a couple months of farming, building my roster, I come back and there's no sense of satisfaction because now this stupid raid is harder. Tone deaf to the perspectives of players, Ajami admits, not says, admits. It is a shame that it had to get to this point for all of us to open our eyes at a community, how we empathize with. At what point did it get? Did enough people have to leave this game to get to that point? Did content creators have to quit? Do I have to quit in order for you to stop doing this crap? Because you said you want to do this anymore, and you did. There's Reddit posts from your dev team that said you wouldn't do this anymore, and you have. It did get there, and it did force us to re-examine how we get there and how we think about a community. What happened? Did the bottom line, did the profits drop so much because people were so pissed off about this that you said, oh, well, we better be nicer to our community so we start making money again? Do we have to go on boycott strikes in order for this change to happen? Do we have to start leaving bad reviews to start to organize something like that in order for you guys to stop doing this crap? Now let's go to some other stuff. Let's go to some other words that you guys said. This is the response to that when this outrage started happening on Reddit, which is generally a salty place, but I totally agree with it at this time. We looked into the reports that came in via CS tickets. This is from 9 hours ago. Confirmed that there was indeed a change to Beta 4. This happened while we were fixing a reported bug in Beta 3. What is up with all these bugs? You guys are making $150 million a year. You guys can't play test things a little more? So many bugs this year. What is going on with that? I understand they happen. They're not, but play test this thing. You guys got huge revenue stream. When that update went live, the corrected data for beta went live with it. The current beta 4 difficulty is intended for the reoccurring beta 4 raids, but it wasn't our intention to push this change without a heads up. Why even make this change is the point, though. That's the point that people making. Due to the confusion caused, we'll be sending out a in-game whatever. You know, we got some stuff, but it doesn't make up for this. Constantly changing the finish line. This is what people were angry about with the red stars. You couldn't progress unless you gambled, and you had no clue how to get that. These red stars are becoming a pain because of the spike in difficulty, and you can't really farm them. You got to just gamble with them and spend insane amounts of money in order to get what you want. You know, look at this. When they were spawning few weeks ago to the Carnage controversy, so you guys know you're doing something wrong, but you keep doing the same freaking mistakes. We understand how frustrating it could be. It's something we should have communicated once this change was finalized. Communication. It's important. Let's go to this next one. This is from the dev team 3 months ago, November 28th. The difficulty in existing campaign missions and raids won't be changing. So are you talking everything from previous to November or existing? That's in the game already. Like existed in the game in December in a different form than it exists right in the game right now. Because that did change with these red stars. Red stars will give a boost to characters that you've applied to. They gave a boost, but they're also giving the boost to the enemies, which I understand, but you're changing the goalpost. That's the point here. All right, this is from the dev blog right here. This is from a dev blog from December. Talking about the red stars. You may see red stars in some upcoming modes, yes, but ultimately red stars themselves will not be determining the tuning of the content. That is bull. We saw that. The characters in this current raid, between a day and another day, went from 5 red stars to 6 red stars in some of those characters. And I don't have visual proof, but I'm assuming there's some that went from 6 to 7 red stars. And here it is again. Existing content will not be rebalanced around red stars. Depends how you define existing content, because the way I define it is content that's in the game. It exists. It doesn't matter if it existed previous to this post or not, but it exists in the game, and things are being rebalanced because of these red stars. This shadiness, this is shady stuff, guys. And it doesn't end there. We got a data mine yesterday. Got a data mine that I'd much rather talk about because we got Killmonger with a date, 3/12. I don't know if that's going to happen. We got an Alliance War with a date, March 11th. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this stuff. And guys, those dates, remember, this is a data mine. Stuff is all subject to change. Same thing with this thing about Dark Dimension. It is subject to change. So take it with a grain of salt. But this on top of what was already done. All right. This is what it says. And I got no vested interest in this, guys. I've already finished Dark Dimension twice. No rewards after that. So I'm not going to play this again. But this is the thing. Commander, next week, Dark Dimension will receive an update including an increase to the entry requirements. Why? Let people play it. Why keep shifting this? Why keep shifting the goalpost? An early balance retuning. The goal of this update is to improve an experience for players entering Dark Dimension for the first time. This may result in players being locked out of the feature until they meet these new requirements. Why are you limiting the players? Why do you keep shifting the goalposts? What is the purpose of that other than greed? Other than greed, there's no purpose for shifting that. It does not make the community happy. I don't get it. You guys got to stop this. So what is it going to take? Do we need to have a boycott? Some kind of spending strike? I know it's not going to be a huge dent in the profits because the whales are still going to go crazy for these red stars. But what needs to happen? Do we need to organize some kind of review strike on the iOS and Google Play Store? What is it going to take, guys? Come on. Stop doing this stuff. You guys made this mistake in the past. You guys are making it again now. And in my opinion, this is worse than red stars because at least red stars was giving you a method to progress. When you keep changing the goalpost, you're not ever progressing. This is horrible. I feel horrible about this, and I hope you guys make some changes, and I hope you guys that are watching this at home make your voices heard. Make your voices heard, guys. This is unacceptable. This is not a good thing for the game. This is not a good thing for the community, and this is going back on what you said you would do. That's it, guys. Check out the rest of my videos. No Hulk Hogan or anybody today. I'll see you guys next time. ValleyFlyin out.